now once again. So complexity up 1-0 here in this 2-game series. There you go. You're all caught up. I'm joined by Groste once again as my co-caster. All right, so we already have a couple of interesting things worth talking about here. We have the initial bans, Warbeast, Wild Soul, Midas, Tremble demands. Parasite first pick, so BMG still liking the Parasite, valuing it. Again, he's been playing it a lot, and well, we'll see how it does once again here. Parasite into Behemoth, Magmas to Prophet, and Dark Lady into Riptide. So this is that Prophet Riptide potential that you've been mentioning a bit lately, Groste.
Yep, and they haven't even done it yet, so it's kind of bugging me at this point.
Yeah. Well, they
keep picking it.
Here.
But, yeah, it's a possibility here, but I like BMG going for the all-out hard carry in Dark Lady. They didn't really utilize the Doctor to its like fullest potential last game, so I'd like for them to take this hard carry and see what they do with it.
Taking a look at the other game right here, too. 2-0 did win the first game over Mystery Gang here. So 2-0 gets on the board with a game victory. Oh, it looks like they had Scurry on the Shadow Blade. Haven't seen that in a while. 18-4-6. Impressive stuff there.
Ouch.
Yeah, did pretty well. All right, so keep an eye on that game number 2 as well. But yeah, back to this one. I mentioned Dark Lady, so the hard carry of BMG. Going to be in the hands of Baltazar here as the bans continue. Ophelia, Moraxis, Tempest so far. You see BMG taking out the solid junglers here against what you got, of course. There's Kinesis. That's a pretty good ban there.
Yeah, very much so.
Especially with Boxy, of course. And so will they take out another jungler? I mean, maybe like a Lord Salforus or Cthulhu-Fon, I guess. Yeah, is he still on the board? Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, that'll probably be a Cthulhu ban. Yeah, I would assume Cthulhu would be the ban, because I don't know what else he'll jungle in that case.
Maybe that Salforus. I know Nier was talking yesterday about he thinks Salforus in general really is kind of just become a solid hero pick. Like, he's not necessarily anymore we want to pick him up because we have heal on the other side. He's just a good hero pick. I mean, do you agree?
Yeah, I think the hero is... I think originally people just didn't know that it was really that jungleable, but he's a really solid jungler. And now they can jungle him, I think he's just an all-around good hero. And I think against really almost any melee carry, it's good as well, because most of them will end up with life steal somewhere down the line. So, but in general, it's still a very good hero.
So the potential's there. They don't ban Cthulhu-Fon. They actually ban Arachna. Now, Arachna is really good against Dark Lady. We have seen that a couple times, and obviously Dark Lady, she's really reliant on that mobility and getting in there. So I can see where that Arachna ban's solid, but it does leave open Cthulhu-Fon, and sure enough, Complexity will pick up the elephant here. So.
This looks like it could be setting up for a Clanks draft for this Complexity team. That's a lot of big AoE team fight presence.
Oh, yeah.
The only problem with picking the Clanks here is it really has no protection. Like you notice when the ECX run it, they love to pick that support that's
get
that Clanks out of trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they'll pick Clanks here. It's just a possibility. But, yeah.
Another carry that's actually good with this AoE is something like a Malakin. Could be a little better option.
Yeah. Also a really strong hero. Definitely a possibility. They'd be pretty melee heavy, though.
Yeah.
Prophet's not 600 range, is he?
Let's see.
Oh, he is 600. Okay, so
600.
they'd have one hero with full range, and the rest would have to be fighting on top of a Dark Lady, which I don't know if you want too much.
What?
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, we saw that ban earlier. Kind of randomly, it felt like. That was the first game, I believe, and
yeah,
they were kind of wondering about that, but okay, I guess there was something to it. BMG is going to pick up the Gunblade here for... I wonder what it is. I wonder if it's just maybe like Boxy just loves to play it recently, and so they kind of give it to him. Gunblade is honestly a decent hero, I feel like. His physical presence, the latching on, the minus armor that he provides, and then his demonic shield can help him scale pretty well. as far as being somewhat of a tank too, not dying easily. So I actually kind of like the hero, personally.
Yeah, it has its uses, especially against the Clanks, because I believe it would just follow it over the hill.
True.
So if like they kind of saw the same thing I did, like, oh, this could be a Clanks lineup for them. Yeah, that was a very good pick then.
Yeah.
They're hovering the Chronos.
Yeah, that's another one that I guess could kind of. I don't know though, because again, that's a lot of melee, and I don't know if you want a Chronos field.
Yeah.
There's so much melee.
Especially, no, normally the carry Chronos will not go with staff. So, yeah, I don't know about that. I was thinking maybe even the Sand Wraith.
Oh, they should go Zephyr. We haven't seen Zephyr yet.
Oh, please no.
Do the Zephyr.
I think the hero's just weak at this point now.
God, I remember.
Yeah, it was that point where it was just gentleman banned.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kind of nerfed it maybe a little bit too much.
Ugh.
But yeah, I think the hero. Oh,
Wow.
interesting.
That's not one you would expect. I mean, we're so focused on all this wombo combo, the AoE, and Bloodhunter brings 0 to that. So.
He brings an ulti to a solo hero.
Yeah, he's single target.
I was also thinking along those lines, they could have won it like a Dampier or something, even though it's more melee, but it would have done pretty well in this lineup. But they go with the Bloodhunter, which this does make me believe that you will finally see the Riptide profit, because Bloodhunter can solo.
Yeah.
So this could be the dream finally coming alive.
So what, Suicide Behemoth, I'm guessing. Yep, Jungle Cthulhu Font. Yes, I think this is the chance. So,
They're gonna,
yep.
Yeah.
Towards the bottom here. I'm still trying to, like, absorb this Bloodhunter pick and, again, think of the logic. Like, what is it? I mean, Gunblade was final picked by BMG, so I'm thinking of, is there something with him against Gunblade that maybe would be good? I don't see what it would be, so I don't know. Yeah, it's just, I mean, Silence is great against Dark Lady. A hero like that it prevents, her from charging strikes and maybe even activating her own Dark Blade, so there's that, I guess.
What? That was interesting. They kind of just saw each other and just kind of looked at each other, but
yeah,
I was also going to say the ulti on a Dark Lady to stop him from running around in a team fight like that is also an option of that hero.
Oh, another thing? Cover of Darkness, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, may not be like as good against him.
Yeah, granting vision with the Blood Sense. Yeah, if that was what they picked for and they thought that through, then yeah, it's a pretty good pick because that'll help them a lot. So yeah, that'll be actually interesting if that is the reason why they did pick it. I assume they want a solo carry as well, which would be the reason why they didn't take Clanks originally. But yeah, we're finally going to see this lane.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, and it's against the Dark Lady. Oh, no.
Against the Dark Lady? Oh, yeah, she's mid, isn't she? Wow.
This could be really bad.
I mean, yeah, that's interesting. So, yeah, they send the Gunblade bottom instead with the Hellbringer. Leave Dark Lady over here, or to middle to fend for herself. I mean, there's no way she's getting, like, any farm. Well, I guess at the same time, that's where it's Dark Lady with that Taint Soul, she's able to at least get, ideally, a couple of last hits here and there. So maybe that's what they were thinking. They just know that it would be in a tough lane, so just give it to Dark Lady. At least you can get something out of it.
Yeah, but see, the problem is you'll see it. The minute they hit level 2, they'll go all out on this Dark Lady and will take a lot of damage, if not die.
Yeah.
And he didn't get pulled any regen whatsoever in this lane. So he needs to be beyond careful. He needs to literally sit at his tower and Taint Soul, like you said, and get as much XP as he can.
You see right here, level 2s are being hit, so Baltazar is, well, he is hugging the tower, as you would hope for his sake. As bottom lane, you see Behemoth has managed to not get much. Understandable there. Being boxed out pretty heavily by Hellbringer down here, finding room for Gunblade. So we're going to get to see Gunblade in a bit more of that farming role now with the short lane free farm. And his potential, I mean, as far as some early snowball, he definitely kind of has that to an extent. Again, a lot of physical presence early on that he can bring. And another hero where something like that Nullfire Blade actually could be decent because agility in general pretty good. Is he in trouble? Oh, yeah, he is, definitely. Went for that rune, got there late. Parasite the Leech needs another auto attack. Oh, he gets it off. So Tulta gets the bloodless kill on Parasite.
Roam top lane as well, but that won't be a kill. Oh, maybe.
Yes, it will be. He's stunned into the creeps. Well played there. Never mind. Oh my God, that was close.
Oh, he had the silence. Yeah, yeah.
That dot damage just enough. The dot, excuse me, even just enough there to finish him. So good counterplay at least coming out from them, and to take out the suicide at the top lane. But bloodlust for the Legion team, though. Again, Parasite getting it. We'll see what he goes this time.
Yeah, I'm assuming to see a solid 5K pooled gold again.
Yeah.
You just say it's so sad.
Well, I kind of I'll say this. We'll just let it be.
Okay.
We'll wait and see what he actually does by, and then we'll address it. So.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Blood Chalice on Blood Hunter. Go figure.
Too much blood.
So the Prophet, though, he's actually more so babysitting Blood Hunter now. He kind of rotated up here, helps set up the kill, but now he's going to stand up here too.
Yeah, I actually want to credit Balthazar here because he actually has never went into the water, which is not allowing him to get killed, and he's still getting okay farm considering the circumstances. So because of that, it kind of just forced Prophet out because there's no point for him to be there anymore. So definitely well played by Balthazar.
You see his farm again, pretty struggle right now, but as pointed out, he's done his job considering the circumstances. Boxy also doing his job at that bottom lane pretty damn well. 350 gold per minute. Speaking of what we're going to see, again, I'm curious to see what Boxy likes to go here. I don't know about your personal gunblade expertise, but is there something that you would expect to see? I mean, Energizer maybe is pretty evident, but...
Yeah, it'll most likely be an Energizer. Kind of thinking of Boxy's playstyle, maybe even like a shield breaker kind of thing. But normally I like to see, like, the normal carry build. Just go Firebrand into kind of whatever you want after that, maybe a Geometers. But the hero naturally does a lot of damage, so it doesn't need those big damage items.
You know what item he does like to get? I feel like a lot is also that Grave Locket and even the Sack Stone. So I wonder if he's even going to try for something like that too.
Oh. Well, if he wants, I wouldn't agree with that this game, but I mean, if he did, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. So he is level 6 here. Obviously, again, really hasn't had to deal with anything. You see Behemoth even still level 2. As he's having a lot of trouble. But Formless also really the same story. In fact, even a little better. 390 gold per minute. He's got a kill to also work off of. He's another hero. Blood Hunter is kind of an interesting one. It has a couple of directions he can go, I feel like, with items.
Yeah, definitely. Normally, I do like the Dawnbringer on him. I think it's a very strong item on the hero. So I kind of expect him to probably go Firebrand first and then go with it. Ooh.
Yeah, that damage was real. We saw it right there.
Did we finally see it?
Well, the funny thing about that, too, she was eventually able to get the charging strikes off, but actually it still wasn't enough. The final auto attack from Prophet came out and got the kill, I believe it was. So, yeah, you can see right there the damage. Pretty intense.
Yeah, and if they catch someone in the water like that, they're just going to melt every time. Like, this Magnus needs to be incredibly careful here.
Yeah, I mean, he just saw his teammate just go bursted.
Yeah, the same thing happened.
I mean, that was a little silly, it felt like, honestly. It's that silence, it's only level 2 even, but even at level 2 in the water, you're looking at a 3-second silence.
Yeah. And if you get caught by it, I mean, you see the damage output that the hero puts out, and it just will kill anybody. And that's why it's so potent in the early game.
So now Fuzzy Sloth is up there at 420 plus gold per minute, or around that mark here himself. Steam Boots picked up. with the bottle early on, but we'll see how he transitions. I believe he did get that brutalized the last time we saw him earlier. Top lane, Magnus again in trouble. They do have a lot of silence between Riptide and Bloodhunter. Magnus is definitely feeling that. You see Parasite trying to get a turn kill here, but I don't know if that's happening.
Yeah, I don't know if he wants to keep chasing like this.
Oh, he's going to go.
He has a stun up.
There's the follow-up, the fissure to go in as well, and yep, they can get in there on a Parasite to secure the kill. Yeah, they chased way too far there. We have a 4,000 goldie now all of a sudden.
Yeah, and it kind of just started off that one kill they got top. It's kind of just escalated everywhere, and Hellbringer's going to die here.
Yeah, I do apologize. It's actually Hellbringer. He is going to get picked off here. Cthulhu Font.
Wow.
You see Gunblade right there. Yeah, it's talking about not underestimating damage. Again, he does pretty good himself. That grappling shot, especially at the minus armor. And he helps get a couple of kills in return. This on a Prophet, as well as Cthulhu Font. So Boxy feels like usual for BMG. Going to try to be the saving grace here. And he's off to a very good start on Gunblade once again. So, yeah, again, see the damage of his.
Yeah, and if he can output that much damage, I mean, yeah, it was on kind of a squishier targets right now, but it just shows that hero can do a lot of damage up close.
I was going to say earlier, I know that the stream was lagging at the beginning here as we went into the game. I'm not even sure what it was. I was dropping some frames there, but it looks like it's been good now for a bit, and hopefully further on. If it does continue to happen, guys, I'll try my best to see what the issue is. But we should be good. We should be good here as far as continuing on with the second game now. So 8.5 minutes in, though. You do see a quick blitz on Bloodhunter. Okay.
Yeah, and that GPM's really high for 8 minutes into the game.
For a
With 2
Bloodhunter?
kills. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
475 already.
Yeah, he's not like the craziest flash farming hero. I mean, ever since the new feast change, it's obviously helped a little bit, but it's still no AoE presence, of course, all single target. But the way he definitely gets farmed is, of course, through those kills as well, the hero kills, that is, with his hemorrhage. And he's pushing this top lane right now. I mean, I think Magnus could be in trouble here again. He's not careful enough if he goes up a little bit, but...
Yeah, if he gets silence whatsoever, he'll just die to this.
Yeah, that Blood Sense is a strong ability, too. We talked about that, you know, maybe against a cover of darkness, but just in general, man. At level 4 especially, 44% movement speed. Now they're going to go for it. Behemoth is... No, it's Cthulhu Fun actually gets them with a stun, but it is just a little too late. Eruption went off. Obliterate, he's at least going for the turn kill. No, it stopped working, but Behemoth comes in with the fissure to get the 1-for-1, and Cthulhu Font will actually live. This Parasite could not chase there, so ends up being the 1-for-1 exchange in the end. Okay, we do see Parasite this time, by the way, as Hellbringer now gets caught. But here comes Gunblade again. He goes into Riptide. Behemoth is here, though. The finish on perfect timing for him. The Demonic Shield. In comes the Prophet Sheared Fate. Gunblade will go down, but so does Riptide. So another 1-for-1 coming out between these guys.
Yeah, that damage from Gunblade is really high. I don't expect that much damage early game, but he really outputs a lot of damage, especially against that Riptide, who had double damage.
Yeah. I was going to say, though, about Parasite. He actually does go the Astrolabe here. Going to more of a supportish item.
So that would tell me that they want to fight early. They want to group up and start pushing some towers. I don't disagree with that this game. It's not too bad, so we'll have to see how they use it, though. If he just farms with it, then it'll just be a waste. But
let's see about that. We'll group it up, making some kills happen. Of course, Gunblade does have that Energizer as well, and again, as we're pointing out, as we're seeing, he definitely has some high damage output. Magnus definitely would want that portal key. He's getting there, about 1,300 gold saved up. Currently, he's trying to set up for a kill in the middle lane. But I don't think Riptide's going to give him that chance. And you see Riptide again. He goes to Alk Bones, but just like we were kind of talking about the last game, Alk Bones against a non-puzzle blocks Parasite. Although this game it still could be possible, but man, Teltlick just doesn't go puzzle blocks. I think that's pretty evident by now.
Yeah,
Parasite. So
oh, they're going to see. I think Parasite would have seen this. Dark Lady's in a lot of trouble, though.
There's the follow-up from Behemoth, and easy kill on a Dark Lady. Yeah. Middle lane? No, Prophet's fine. Gets away right there, so. But yeah, the Riptide Alk Bones. Do you think it's a little unnecessary, or?
Yeah, I mean, I know he likes it because it's more for the farm that he can get out of it, but really, you should only pick up Alk against the Parasite that's gonna go the puzzle box, but otherwise it just seems kind of like why do you want these later in the game? So I kind of disagree with it, but knowing his play style, I'm just gonna say that that's what he does, but I don't really agree with it this game.
Yeah. No, exactly. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me either, but it is Fuzzy Sloth.
And he does do well, and it's hard to doubt it.
It is. Top lane chases on a Magnus. Silence came out, but realizing quickly that TP's coming in, they have to now run themselves. Prophet does have to play to Greaves, actually going to take up a little bit. You see it right there, the cover of darkness. And just in case, they are going to chase down Prophet. So they get one kill. Everything used, though, and you see the bottom tower going down in the meantime. So a lot of TPs, obviously, a couple of bigger abilities just to get a Prophet kill, who is a main support here. So complexity still overall pretty satisfied with that, I'm sure. And Bloodhunter has that Firebrand finish and goes back to the jungle now. Continue to pick up more.
And the portal key almost on this behemoth. So they're going to be looking to fight relatively soon as well. And they didn't really put good use to this Astro. I think they've had it for like 3 minutes now. Oh, bottom lane.
Yeah, Behemoth is caught here, actually. And Cthulhu comes in a pretty good time. Man, Behemoth wanted the shockwave, but the silence lasted too long. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Now, actually, Cthulhu, that teleport out was huge, the timing. But if he got the shockwave off, I think they're both dead here.
Yeah, and Fuzzy Sloth's going to get boozing. Yeah, they would have definitely been dead there. That's only 3 into Dark Lady Silence as well. So, oh no, I guess that's the same every level. Okay, I think at one point or another it used to scale off level, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, 2.5 seconds. I think he was probably in the milliseconds of actually being able to ulti.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the
I'm sure. Was it used? Yeah, on a Parasite right there, getting him out of the creep. Does end up killing him, so coming to value right there. Now he does fall in the end. Gunblade again doing too much damage, but that sheer fade, the slow coming out. And Gunblade is going to fall when it's all said and done, so a 2-for-1 right there. But yeah, we do see the Alk Bones coming into play. Again, doesn't need to be puzzle box. Could be good against Ballistas, of course. And now the Defensive Tower also heavily pressured. So Frostburn, I believe I also just saw finished on Bloodhunter being delivered now. Going into this tower kill on top of that. Dark Lady, she's nowhere close to her Rune Cleaver yet. I mean, she doesn't even have her Sustainer finished, let alone the 2 broadswords that she needs, and we're 14.5 minutes in, so.
So, What You Got just sent me a message and told me that Stu used his health pot on an Archerer instead of saving the Riptide. He wanted me to call him out for that, so don't blame me. But I'm just saying, What You Got asked me to.
All right, there you go. Support coming through.
Not saving his carry, or his midliner.
Close. Yeah, I know it's a little bit of a mistake there, probably.
Oh! Bot lane, Dark Lady and Cthulhu just ran into each other.
Portuguese away there. Riptide, he's getting that shrunken head just around the corner, finished here. So that'll be good here. Oh, here comes the Eye of the Storm. Dark Lady is caught initially, and the easy follow-up for the kill. Cthulhu Fawn, a lot of burst on him, but Parasite now might be in trouble. The eruption's coming out, by the way, a big one at that. And what an eruption from Make. It seemed like that was going to be pretty big for complexity, but the eruption was huge and ends up with a victory for them. Despite losing Dark Lady, I think it's still pretty good for them, for sure.
Yeah, a 3-for-1, and considering Dark Lady wasn't their main early game farmer, definitely a trade they'll take. And gets Gunblade a little bit more farm, and he's still doing relatively well, so expect him to start being able to solo kill some heroes soon. Maybe expect a Shroud after this Firebrand.
Yeah. That's a good burst follow-up for sure on him. Another quick blade purchased by Bloodhunter. So really has to be a Nullfire blade here.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else that actually builds into. I'm going to double check, but it could still be a Basher, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So it could be either a Basher or the Nullfire. I would hope to see the Basher over the Nullfire this game, because Nullfire, I mean, it's great for Dark Lady Dark Blades, so I mean, there's that, but there's really not too much after that.
Yeah.
There's a couple things, but oh, there's a Hellbringer. What am I thinking?
Well, there's that and the demonic shield. Actually, I wonder if you can purge that off from Gunblade. Again, we don't see him enough. For honestly, I don't know.
I don't know the synergy between that. Yeah, but yeah, they have a Hellbringer. I didn't even think about that. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that probably could be an All-Fire. I would still expect to see the Basher, but if it is an All-Fire, I wouldn't doubt it.
Ancients being down by the Hellborn team. Riptide. Looks like he's setting up to get most of the farm at least. Again, just simply trying to finish that shrunken head for the time being. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the good news for BMG, the fact that Gunblade's managed to do pretty well here when it comes to farm. And having that Firebrand now. So we'll see how he can continue to keep things going, because they really are playing almost 4 versus 5 right now. Baltazar just needs a lot more time before he's going to be any bit of a threat, because even when he gets that Rune Cleaver, he still needs, obviously, a good chunk of time before he can actually feel confident fighting here. And I think this may be one of those getting a shrunken head ASAP kind of games as well for him, which will then, in essence, kind of hurt his farm still, but it's just necessary because of the combat.
And they do have the secondary carry in Boxy, so him getting shrunken is pretty important. And yeah, like you said, it should be his next item, and it most likely will be. I noticed they're keeping this Magnus behind Dark Lady. They fear the Riptide of just being able to solo kill him, so it's a good decision to sit at least one person behind him. And I think they want this Kongor.
Another good point being brought up about the Alk Bones on Riptide is yeah, against Parasite it's still decent, as we saw there even, but you already got a Cthulhu pot, which of course, okay, yeah, you can still argue having other options good, but then even Blood Hunter, I didn't even think about that, but his Feast actually works the same way.
Yeah.
So they in essence now have 3 different heroes that can get him out of a creep here. He happens to be one.
Slightly overkill. So yeah, it's a little questionable, but
I guess the others are melee, to be fair, where Riptide would be the range.
That's true.
So that's the difference there. Down goes
That's
Kongor.
a token. That's a token, and they're going to try to go push with this Cthulhu and Behemoth portal key.
Bloodhunter's flying around looking for something. He sees, or he's going towards down here. He's going to find the Vagabond leader Parasite, go over the TP, and not going to happen though. Can he get over the ledge?
Oh,
yes, he can.
You can't get over there.
No, he can't.
I don't think you can walk down that hill.
Okay. Kind of got away, but not really in the end. So.
And there's the Malphus counter. He does end up going nullfire. So.
Yep.
And Riptide ulti mid.
He's trying to connect somebody. Oh, nice portal key. Magnus gets away. He's going to maybe still try to find him. No, it's not going to happen. Instead, the Mario Party will come to an end. And he will now join his team.
Mario just didn't do so well that time.
Nope. So this middle tower, though, it's going to be heavily pressured here. On the Hellborn side, heavily pressured and as well as just killed off. You see the top lane. Gunblade is pushing it up here. He's at least trying to get something out of all this. This would be the 3rd tower kill for them, and vulnerability comes out.
They're going to try to set up on him right here. You're going to see a BE ulti. Yep.
There's the jump. TP's canceled, though. Something canceled them.
I think Magnus did.
And now Behemoth is like, where's my team?
Yeah. Well, great play by Magnus seeing the TPs come in and make a play and basically save Gunblade and get him a kill. And they got the tower out of that. So that was a decent gold swing. I mean, it wasn't, it's a big lead right now, but anything will help them at this point.
No, I didn't obviously see that happening in motion, but as good of a play that was by Magnus heads up, I don't think they were trying to hide their TPs. I mean, they did it pretty much right in the lane right here, I'm pretty sure. So that's obviously they weren't making it difficult at the same time to be noticed and stopped. A little fault for them, honestly. But still a good play from BMG. And, of course, Boxy feeling pretty good after that. Another 2,800 gold now saved up on him. Meanwhile, down here, you see Riptide is going to be able to eventually get away, actually, using the Eye of the Storm and maybe even defensively purpose from the beginning. But he ends up getting away, does have that shrunken head again. Something I'm actually curious about, too. We've had a lot of these theory crafting today, but the lethal range of Gunblade, and how his attack becomes essentially a melee attack. Now, I guess I don't know if it technically becomes a melee attack. That would be my question. Does it actually become a melee attack when he gets close enough to somebody? Because I know the animation is melee, but I don't know if it's classified as melee. And I'm asking that because of Brutalizer. If Brutalizer actually would be considered to be decent on him.
I see what you're saying.
But something tells me probably not.
No, I want to say no, just because I think it would say in the wording. Well, yeah, I think it would say in the wording somewhere, like somewhere along the lines of, oh, it's now melee. But I mean, even then, it does seem like it's it could still be a melee, because he is meleeing. So I see what you're saying, and there's a set up top. The Magnus behind him. I don't think they did. So.
Oh, I don't think they have any cool. Cthulhufon's going to kind of check it out right here.
Did he not see them?
No.
Oh.
Definitely.
I didn't just stun those trees.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I do kind of believe in a weird way that maybe it should be considered a melee attack. I think that would be kind of interesting to see, because it would could differentiate a lot of Gunblade builds.
Yeah. Again, item like Brutalizer could possibly be considered something, but yeah, it also just, again, might just be the animation kind of fooling us, where really it is still technically considered a range. So I'll actually like to try to get that clarified. That's something I'll try to remember to bring up. But anywho, I don't think we're going to see Brutalizer here, of course, no matter the case. He's sitting on 3,200 gold. We'll see what Boxy does like here. I mean, the Geometer's Bane could be picked up now if he wanted something like that. He's going to TP back to base, so
might be saving for the Shrunken.
Or that, or a full Shrunken.
I think that might be the case. Yeah, okay. Looks like he's going to go for the Shrunken. Cthulhu is TPing top. I was going to say, okay, I think they saw the Magnus.
They did, yeah. Riptide was coming up here with the Eye of the Storm, but again, Magnus, he reacts, he ports back to base and going to keep them busy. But while this is happening too, you see BMG, they're constantly having to play very defensive. Of course, Baltasar does have the Ring Cleaver. He is working towards a Shrunken Head as expected here. It's just kind of necessary because of how the game's working. Another 2,200 gold on Blood Hunter, though. Speaking of Shrunken, I wonder if he's going to be looking for one of his own here.
Yeah, quite possibly. I believe Riptide had to have bought something, because he had 3.3k a little while ago. And he hasn't died. So I think he's getting something right now. I think it's going to be a Basher, I would assume. Oh, it's an orb. Oh.
That could be several things.
So, yeah. I'm going to assume a Sheep Stick, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I would assume a Sheep Stick, because I think that's a really good item choice this game. Even though it is on a Riptide, a melee carry, kind of like that, but it is a very good item, just in general.
Blood Hunter's looking around for a chance. That's something, too. I feel like Blood Hunter, not to his fault again, he's 4-1-3, obviously farming very well, but hasn't been a whole lot of hemorrhage play coming out. He's been instead kind of more as that farming carry route, where he's been focused more on actually just farming creeps rather than looking around for kills constantly, of course. Oh, man, Make escapes again.
Make 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good, because he's drawing a lot of attention to himself and creating a lot of space for his Dark Lady, in all honesty. So if he keeps doing this, and Dark Lady can get a Shrunken here, and maybe even a Firebrand, they could win a team fight, because Gunblade just finished his.
Huh. Riptide actually just went Firebrand, so it seems like she's going Geometer's Bane, actually. I guess against the Silence for Dark Lady?
Interesting. Yeah, because that's really all it does this game. Oh, and Parasite, too. So yeah, there's a couple things it works for, but not your typical item choice on that hero.
Does it work against Grappling Shot?
No.
Okay.
It does not.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would, because that'd be a huge counter to that.
Yeah, the hero would really be unplayable at that point. Prophet has an eye, and they've been counterwording a lot, so trying to keep down the vision on that the Legion side.
Yeah, Prophet's actually farmed pretty well overall. 250 gold per minute speaks for that. You see on the other side, Hellbringer, not as much. He's, not a horrible farm. 150 is not as okay, but only level 8 as well, so Yeah, definitely not really getting the levels. In fact, doesn't have anything into evil presence yet. So missing out some life steal there and some amped damage
top
from
lane.
the team. As top lane, Gunblade, he's going to be fine, though. Do they have anything to superior stun? I guess they don't, do they? Oh, Eye of the Storm would.
Oh, yes. But this is where maybe the Basher would have came in handy there. Because that would have most likely been a kill, in all honesty. I don't think there was any team support other than this this Dark Lady, and he can't really do too much right now.
Riptide right there. There's a Revward here, actually. I think they might have saw Riptide with the Invis rune kind of walking nearby.
I don't think so, because he'd have to almost be on top of that ward. Because there's no vision up there from them. So I don't think so, and yeah, they're going to run into each other right here. Oh, hello, Riptide.
Yeah, it's who goes is the question. You see the Legion team runs. So did Riptide initially, but yeah, Complexity is going to end up chasing them back. Eye of the Storm being used, trying to maybe catch somebody.
Yeah,
they caught somebody indeed. Gunblade's going to be the target. The Riptide goes for. Silence comes out. Gunblade dropping quickly. He gets a little bit of help. Malphus comes down. Gunblade will survive the demonic shield to secure that. So they had to use a very defensive Malphus there, but it does save Gunblade at least.
Yeah, and that demonic shield is giving him an insane amount of shield. And if he can actually get that off before their initiation, he's going to take relatively low damage, and then being able to get the Shrunken off afterwards.
Yeah, I don't have the math on top of my head by any means, but it is a lot. He's, what, 92 agility right now that he's looking at, so that times 1.5, and then plus the 180, whatever that would be.
So a little over 330, I believe,
Here,
something like that.
I have a thing called a calculator. Here we go.
Ah, that's true. That does help.
5 plus the 180. So we're looking at, yeah, you were right, kind of 318
right
now. So
that's a pretty hefty shield just being an ability. So
yeah, and then the move speed too. He gets a nice benefit.
Yeah,
there.
and I believe he is max movement speed when he uses it with an Energizer.
Oh yeah, with the Energizer definitely.
Yeah. I was trying to think without it too, but no, he's not phased.
Without it, it's close.
Never.
But Energizer pushes it over the edge. But yeah, I mean, hell, it's close enough to the point where it might as well be haste.
So they see this Gunblade and they want this Gunblade.
And they're gonna get this Gunblade. Maybe. Nothing to stop. Never mind.
It's just out of Basher.
Yeah, we went over this. They really don't. In fact, I don't even know if Eye of the Storm stops it now that I think about it.
I think it's superior, is it not?
It should be, yeah. It probably does. As speaking of Riptide, he's trying to kill Magmus, actually, but it's not going to happen. Oh, yes, it will. The Undertow connects. And then the Watery Grave to finish him off. Took a while, but he does chase him down in the end.
Balthazar's GPM, as much as he's been farming, really hasn't went up too much. He's been kind of 330, 350-ish, and he doesn't even have his Shrunken yet, and he bought that blade a little while ago.
Yeah.
He's just about to finish it, and I don't know if he's going to have enough farm for like the next fight they have to actually be a factor.
That's the thing. It's like his damage output is actually going to be fairly weak right now compared to what you would like it to be at least. So, and I know we mentioned earlier about Magmus making space for them to farm, and that's the idea, but he was still playing pretty safe, and understandably so, because this is, again, a very catch team. And so, yeah, he really has not been able to enhance the farm as they would have hoped for. But he does have the Sharken End now. Unfortunately, they're going to have to deal with a token here in Bloodhunter, who, by the way, has a Dancing Blade now. So a Wingbow going to be happening, most likely, for Mr. Bloodhunter here. And that'll prove to be really good, I would think.
Yeah, and I was actually just looking at this, but Gunblade's E does give him True Strike. And
oh, wow.
Now that I think about Bloodhunter going this Wingbow route, I'm questioning it a little bit. I'm wondering if he just didn't realize it, or they don't know, because no one really knows too much about Gunblade, in all honesty.
Exactly, yeah. That's one of the benefits of picking up a hero like this, of course, is that, oh, Caster's Curse. See ya, Gunblade.
Okay. Well, he's going to die there, but in team fights, I mean, if he sits on this Bloodhunter, he could do a lot of damage. I mean, it's obviously not like Arachno where it's global, but I mean, for every hero, but still incredibly strong.
Yeah, he has to be right next to them, obviously, really. I mean, I guess it's 200 units or closer, which is practically right next to them.
Yeah, but with the ulti, it makes that relatively easy, and I think it...
True.
4 seconds of just beating on him, so... Yeah, I mean, if that ends up becoming a factor while they're mass DPing on a bot.
Trying to catch them, but nope, they get out before. Gonna be fine there. Yeah, no, that's very valid. I think the Genjuro actually could have probably been the better option in the end for sure, with the use of that dancing blade.
Maybe just no one realized that it really does give True Strike, and yeah, because Genjuro would have been great. It would have given a lot of mobility in these fights.
Oh, has the wing bow. It
but
is still damage.
Yeah, he will have it for Dark Ladies too, so it's still not bad, but just a little bit weaker.
Yeah. Frost Shield plate onto the Elephant here. That's another nice item to have.
Yeah, especially against Gunblade, kind of being like a melee hero, like we were saying.
Yeah.
So it's technically against 4 melees. It's one of, really solid item.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so obviously we're not 100% here, but according to as Dark Lady caught at the top lane, holy crap! Again, the damage, man. He finds you.
Insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. The Basher or Brutalizer just comes through, and Dark Lady did not stand a chance. Does she have a buyback? She does have a buyback, but she really... I mean, she even used the Shrunken Head here, so she'd be buying back with a Rune Cleaver, essentially. Here we go, though. Magma jumped over the Eruption, immediately killed off, though, in response. Oh, never mind, he's alive. That was actually them doing damage. Behemoth and Prophet are dead. Blood Hunter is going to fall. He comes up with the token of life. Not here is Riptide, though, remember. He was busy killing Dark Lady at the top lane. So they definitely clean up here in the middle. And a pretty good hold in the end.
That was a really good hold by them. I didn't really expect them to be able to hold so well, but the Hellbringer ulti did a lot there, and then the Cover of Darkness.
Yeah. So nice hold indeed, and the fact that they're doing that without Dark Lady, let alone dying, and again, her minimal impact because of the items and everything, that's pretty impressive from BMG. And maybe it really just goes to show again the impact of a Gunblade. And see, now you do got the full demonic breastplate here on Parasite. I'm not talking too much about him this game, but this game, I mean, there at least is more logic to it for sure.
Yes,
I mean,
100% this game. And I mean, he is against 2 melee hitting carries that need to auto attack, so Demonic's good pickup here.
Oh, Gunblade though again, Riptide. He's constantly doing work here. That demonic shield though might actually save him. Look at that, turns, crippling slugs, runs. He's good.
Yeah, he's out. He does have to. He keeps using his Shrunken very defensively to get out of these fights, but I mean he's surviving, so that's what matters. I think you were saying something before everything happened.
Yeah. So going back to that, Gunblade ulti is removed by Geometer's Bane.
Oh, is it really?
I mean, several people in chat are confirming that. So again, I haven't tested it myself, or I don't have a source that I know personally that's saying it, but I mean, the way that they're acting, I want to trust them on this one. So, and that does make that Geometer's Bane pick up a lot more relevant for sure, if that's the case. But yeah, just like I mean, as we were talking about, I mean, that would be considered a pretty hard counter to him, and I guess it just is.
Wow. Okay.
It's a fairly expensive item. I mean, it's not a cheap item by any means.
But I mean, the targets that he wants to go for are most likely gonna be heroes that can't go geometers. Like he's gonna want to sit on the carry, and if that is the case, I expect Blood Hunter to split for Frostful Geos. Yeah, eventually.
True. I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see that next year. Well, he does have a Warhammer, so never mind.
I think he's gonna go Shrunken, and then could quite possibly Frostful Geos.
Yeah. All right, so we'll be a little bit here at least, but progressing where he can. Again, though, we do see Dark Lady Baltazar does have the Firebrand now purchased, so is starting to get a little more damage herself. And honestly, I mean, BMG, obviously the longer they hold this out, Dark Lady has had very little impact, but she's still farming enough, I think, to where, 20 minutes from now, obviously depending on how much really all happens, but Dark Lady could get to a point where she's still very dominant in this game, if you're BMG here. So.
Yeah, I mean, he really just needs 2 more items. If he can finish the Geos, which I'll assume he'll go, and maybe go into another semi-big item, Oh, and this is a dead parasite.
Jeez. Everybody's here. Killing the parasite there. And now with him dead, he does not have a buyback. 60 seconds. I don't know if they know that or not, but they're going to push out this top lane a little bit here. Probably try to ideally force it, if anything. Shrunken Head is being delivered now to... Or he bought it at least. Nothing... Okay, yeah, there we go. Courier's coming out here. Ooh, Snake Bracelet onto Gunblade. So he's going to be going the Wing Bow, but figures he wants to invest into a defensive tool right now. Maybe a fight coming up, but oh, never mind. Not going to be happening as least.
Magnus just ultied.
Oh, that's crucial. Yeah, he was trying to... Wasn't he? Wow.
He wanted to set up for that, and interesting. Okay. So now they don't have Magnus ulti, which means they just want to avoid at this point, but this Gunblade needs a couple items. The Darkblade needs a couple items, but if they can get them, this game could change real quick.
There's that Storm Spear down to Magnus, an item that definitely helps. I'm trying to save the day. Level 2 Hellbringer as well. So, I mean, Malphus is a little bit stronger now. Now, granted, there's that Nullfire Blade, of course, and talked about that earlier, but you know, Bloodhunter, will he be on top of actually purging the Malphus is something else to think of as well. Just because he has it doesn't mean it's 100% guaranteed, but ideally, yes. That's, of course, I'm sure that's what he's looking for. Those fights here, but you can tell Complexity still feeling pretty good, as they really should be. And the lead is still pretty good for them right now.
Yeah.
I expect them to wait for this Kongor, in all honesty. Now they have Shrunken on the Bloodhunter, they're just going to have a token on top of it, and that'll probably be their cue to start breaking base.
So waiting for that Kongor here. Yep, Prophet, he's at that point too where everything is maxed out for him, so that's good news. You get the max debilitate, 20% enhanced damage, ideally on multiple targets with that shared fate synergy. You got Invigorate, also a pretty solid heal and a nice attack speed buff, and then of course the Persecution, a very powerful tool for stunning singular AoE targets, and we definitely could have a fight right here. Build right used by the Legion's side. They were thinking maybe Kongor was happening, but he's not up yet. But they're going over to the area. Now Darkblade is going to be found, actually. Oh my god, the burst is real. She will die. Yes, she will. She tried to get away. It wasn't able to happen. Behemoth in the background. Jumped Hellbringer. Malphus came out and immediately died of the Nullfire Blade, as expected. And Darklady's not buying back this time. Granted, again, she's not really the scariest anyways right now, but they won't have her Hellbringer. I mean, this should be Rax here.
Yeah, they kind of sacrificed their Dark Lady a little bit too much, and they're kind of paying the price for it. And I think Magnus is dead.
Yep, he tried to distract him a little bit. Wasn't to be. You also see Prof right there. He used his shared fate just to pop the Invigorate on everyone, and just how fast everything fell was ridiculous. I mean, those racks. This is actually some of the fastest pushing I feel like we've seen. I mean, the tower just melts.
There's like 5 Riptide illusions attacking. I don't know what's going on. I think he has an illusion rune with his geometer.
Yeah, that's probably what it was, I guess. Yeah, that with the Invigorate. A lot of quick damage here. So they get 2 sets of racks. I thought 1 for sure. All of a sudden 2 are down. And they might even get a 3rd. I mean, just how fast they're doing this.
Their whole base died in the matter of Dark Lady being dead for 50 seconds.
Now here's Gunblade. He says, I mean, we got to try something, right? He goes in. It's just not going to work. The game's over. GG, well played. Game 2 will go to Complexity. And the series of 2-0. So again, they get their bonus point. They'll finish with 7 total on the day. Bad Monkey Gaming will remain at 4 as they go 0-2 against Complexity. So very fun game there, and you know, definitely what a finish. It seemed like again BMG, if they could kind of grind it out, they were doing so, but all of a sudden Hellbringer and Dark Lady die, and that apparently means Mega Creeps.
Yeah, that was one of the fastest base pushes I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
From heroes that don't really have siege in reality. But that was insane. Yeah, that was very, very fast.
That is so weird. I'm getting like this water noise. As if I'm still in the game with like Riptide or something like that. I even logged out, logged back in, I'm still getting it. Anyways, whew, all right. So is the other series still going on? It looks like they are in their game 2. Oh, wow, that actually could be a close one. Do you mind hopping into that one?
Yeah, let's go.
Checking it out?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that real quickly. So, Mystery Gang versus 2-0. 2-0's up 1-0 here. All right, let me get that graphic real quickly. I want to say it was 2-0 on the Legion.
What an ass clown.
No, they're on the Hellborn. Okay. So let me fix this guys real quickly. So yeah, 2-0 will be up 1-0 here in this series. And it looks like this is a pretty even, actually. Game number 2 here, so.
Well, Peksu is very farmed on Lord Salforus. That's the first thing I noticed.
God, he plays this hero so well, I feel like. He's actually played it several times for 2-0, and every time he's just so farmed. So yeah, geez, 12-0-5, 580 gold per minute here. That's pretty absurd.
And yeah, it looks like Ganondorf's been relatively well on Dark Side. He died 5 times, but still doing well.
Okay, this is so weird. I gotta... Is this... God, I'm gonna restart my game real quickly.
Okay.
Because that water noise is still happening. Okay, there, it's gone now. So it definitely was the game. Yeah, that was so, like... I hear, like, a freaking ocean... Like, it's actually kind of a calming noise, but... When it's happening, then all these other noises, it's chaotic.
You're hearing 50 noises at one time. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, there is a Riptide in this game, so...
Oh, I wonder if that, yeah. Because there's a Riptide also in that game.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so hang on, let me go on D&D real quick. Spammers. All right. Back into the game we go. Here we go. Okay, so, yeah, the Lord Salforus, what kid? They had a Sandwraith Gary, I think? On
Yeah,
2-0
they have... On the 2-0 side, they have Salforus, Behemoth, Sandwraith, Riptide, and Rhapsody. And then on Mystery Gang side, it's the Pyro, Prisoner, Dark Lady, Midas, and Empath. So really strong. Both teams have really strong heroes. Trying to figure out why they picked Prisoner. I don't really think there's a reason. Huh.
Let's see. Okay, I'm back into the game now here. All right, so yeah, they have that Prisoner. Why they would have picked Prisoner? I mean, Riptide, I guess you could argue, is okay against.
Yeah, but even then, I mean, you can still use all of his spells, so it's. I mean, it shows reveals. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
But oh my God, is this Salforus farmed? He's getting jump mid.
He is, but he is farmed, as we're saying here. So this is, yeah, they need to be careful themselves. In fact, Prisoner now in trouble. The Undying comes out. You see him start dropping, and he's definitely dead here. It's just a matter of time. Down he goes. To Peksu. Wow. Yeah, do not mess with the Lord Salforus, apparently, this game.
I mean, this is almost looking like a hero that needs to be banned when you play against 2-0, because, like you've been saying, Peksu plays it so well.
Yeah. Now they're going to go in, though. Midas jumps in with a sheep stick. Dark Lady goes up the background. They caught Rhapsody. Just Rhapsody, though. Keynote there. Empath in the meantime. He is also falling. Riptide going toe-to-toe with Dark Lady. Not enough, though. And Riptide actually goes down himself. So a 3-for-0 coming out for Mystery Gang here. No ultimate for Sandwraith, so he was not able to join them, and I think that's definitely the biggest reason as to why it went so well for Mystery Gang there. Good catch on their part. Dark Lady's chasing, too. She like knows Sandwraith is up here.
Oh, and this is a dead Prisoner. He just caught up here and dead again.
Yeah, the funniest thing about that is that Dark Lady was chasing out Sandwraith. All of a sudden he ports in the middle lane to kill his teammates. And now Dark Lady eventually gets back in here with that Assassin Shroud, actually, is going to open. Oh, the damage, man. The wall off as well to keep Lord Salforus at bay. And now Lord Salforus being locked down. He does have a Shrunk, and he did not use it, though, initially. And he ends up falling as well. A genocide all of a sudden for Mystery Gang. And now Dark Lady's getting pretty damn ridiculous. They're going to finish Conqueror. What are we jumping into right here? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we came in and I saw a 7K gold lead and 11K gold lead for 2-0, and now it's just nothing.
Oh, my life bar's bugged. Yeah, my life bar suggests that Conqueror's dead right now, but I guess in the bottom right, he's actually, okay, that's his actual life, so I was wondering what the hell that was about, but okay, he still has about half life here. So they fell back.
They fired back?
Yeah, several did, yeah. Sandwraith and Lord Self-Force at least.
Well, they're going to get this Kong now for free because they completely backed off of this, which was relatively questionable.
And that means it's a token for Sandwraith. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I mean, that fight went fantastic there for Mystery Gang, but in the end, 2-0 does actually, surprisingly enough, come back and take Kongor. How about that? Despite getting genocided. And so the stats are even, if anything.
Yeah, at this point. It's just that Self-Force and Dark Lady at the very top, and then... I mean, this just looks identical GPM chart-wise. I mean, Self-Force is a little bit ahead of Dark Lady, Midas being a little bit ahead of Sandwraith. It just looks pretty even across the board here.
In a few minutes, okay. So we got a pause here, apparently. You mentioned the Resto Stone again, obviously in the works for Sandwraith here. So he's going that build. It looks like he did go the Shrunken first with that Mocking Brilliance, but now wants the Restoration Stone here on top of that. 3,700 gold more saved up on the Dark Lady. She's porting back, so you can Jiro. Very possibly going to be hit 4,000 gold on Midas, so there really is a lot of gold right now across both teams here. They're going to be able to invest into. Try to lead them into the next fight here.
Yeah, the problem for Mystery Gang here is they don't really have that secondary carry. I mean, a little bit in Midas, but if you look on the 2-0 side, they're running a Self-Forest with a Sandwraith and a Riptide. So that's a lot for Dark Lady to deal with, and he needs a couple of items.
You know what? Since we are on the pause here, might be a couple of minutes. We're going to go on a break real quickly. I do got to use the restroom here, so I'm going to go do that. We'll be right back, guys. We got our final game here. We jumped into it. This is the second and final game of 2-0 versus Mystery Gang. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back. Actually, you know, I'll just keep it on the in-game. Play some music for you guys. But it should only... I'll be quick, of course. So stay tuned. We'll be right back, guys.
Let's get it on.
All right. All right, looks like we're back here. Good to go. Okay. So, here we are, again, resuming things on here. Obviously a little bit of a pause break there, but good to go now. And so this is, again, the final game here of Mystery Gang versus 2-0. 2-0 up 1-0. Trying to make it 2-0 in the finish. We got Lord Salforce. He gets that Frostfield plate finished. On to him. One more gold was saved up. Midas, I think, had a bit. Did he buy the Storm Spirit, I guess? Or no, he already had that. Did he?
No, he didn't. He had like 3.8k or something like that.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Just did buy that.
So he has that now. All right, so 41.5 minutes in here, so obviously a pretty good length so far for a game. Definitely going to turn into be a little bit longer of one. Riptide going a little more the traditional build. He gets that in Sanitarius. We saw Fuzzy Sloth a couple of games in a row even get that Alk Bones and somewhat of a different style. The Brutalizer eventually after the Shrunken, but Sanitarius into that Shrunken here for Zephyronte at least. As there's an Abyssal Skull I think he just got too.
Yeah, they don't have one, and with 4 melees, why not? Might as well get one on somebody, and really none of the other heroes can get it other than Rhapsody, so it's a good choice for him to get it.
Last secondary tower pushed in here from Team 2-0. Meanwhile, the Legion side counter pushing the bottom lane. Dark Lady going up. She's waiting for somebody maybe to come in, but not going to happen. The tower's killed, as there goes the top one as well. So they'll just trade towers here, the same ones in essence. Of the secondaries at their appropriate lanes. Dark Lady is still down here at the bottom. She does have a TP, right? Yeah, she does. Is going to eventually fall back here, though, I'm sure, as we do see the 2-0, the Hellborn team, falling back now. And, yep, there goes Dark Lady. So she will finish her Genjiro in the meantime. And so will we see 2-0 use that token here, now with the Resto Stone on Sandwraith.
You have 2 minutes left on it. I would assume they want to do something with it. And I'm assuming Dark Lady will eventually... Oh, he didn't even bring it to himself. Okay, so he's just going to finish the wing, though, before he even has it delivered.
There we go there. Got middle. Rhapsody was a little pushed up, but doesn't cost her life in the end. She gets back with the team. So again, about a minute 30 or minute 40 or so left here on that token. Obviously he's up here at the top lane now with the team, but presses R and all of a sudden he is. So going to be relying on that right here. Legion side though, they're porting up here, minuses at least. But man, just in time, Samurai starts falling back. So I don't think there's any way like he really should have known that, other than just simply it was dark. He felt a little scared. He fell back. And that was right.
I don't like the darkness.
Yeah. Just that feeling, you know? The spider senses were tingling, as they say.
Yeah, you start to get that when you play a lot of competitive games.
Yeah.
You eventually just kind of get that feeling of, well, probably shouldn't be here anymore.
Yep. See, how I do it, I tell myself that something bad is going to happen, yet I don't react to it.
Oh, no, I do the same thing
And
all
then
the time.
something bad actually happens.
I do it when I ring for them every once in a while as well, so.
Oh, top lane, Midas. He's
So they
actually on
know-
the run. There's that. He actually Resto Stoned for this, did Scurry. Gonna chase him down. He does have a Storm Spirit still. He needs to be able to use it here. It's not gonna happen. Actually
Well,
found.
Dark Lady Empath did get out, so there's that. There's some hope for that. Midas does have a buyback as well, so they should be okay here.
Yeah, he has 3,100 gold, so plenty for that. Was it? Oh, he only has one actually, though. Yeah, speaking of the buyback situation here, Just Man currently out of buybacks completely on Prisoner, and you got Dark Lady and Midas here with the one that they have, so pretty important. Token of Life is going to wear off right there. There we go. So maybe that's a deterrence, if anything. It seems like it's going to be. Not comfortable pushing in without a token, even though they got the one kill that happened.
Yeah, I think they're a little afraid of this Dark Lady, and I think that's the right call. Dark Lady can kind of pretty much kill everything on the other team, minus Peksu, right? I mean, he can kill Peksu as well, but I mean, in the beginning, just charging strike through, he can almost drop 2 people to like no HP. So they do have a right to be scared of this Dark Lady.
Yeah, much different this game than it was in the previous game that we were just watching. Really shows you the impact of items, of course. In this case, Cannondorf has plenty of them. Pyromancer is something else to kind of talk about here. Fine playing that secondary support Pyromancer, but there you go. Sheepstick, Portal Key, and a tablet even. On top of that.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm wondering if for whatever reason this prisoner might have been suicide or something, because Midas is just so far ahead and he's sitting at under 200 GPM. So I'm wondering maybe a second support kind of thing. Like I don't know what they did with this prisoner.
Yeah.
But his GPM should not be under 200.
That's true. Yeah, he is not at a friendly game. Obviously, jumping into this game late, so really no way to tell for sure. But Sandwraith, by the way, he's just using it for scouting, I think. Yeah. Let's see where they are, and his team knows that they can push out the bottom lane a little further, perhaps. And speaking of Sandwraith again, 3,200 gold now saved up. So yeah, he's going to have I wonder, are we going to see the staff, you think? Or is he going to instead go more of that right click, the Geometer's Bane, something like that?
I would think more of the right click. But, oh wow.
My gosh, he happened to run right into but the protectability on the cliff! Oh, absolutely huge. Sandwraith's going to survive initially. He's going to stay alive. The rest of stones popped in their turn for the Hellborn team. It's real. Dark Hoodie goes down. They did finally kill Sandwraith, but because it took so long, they lose a lot in return. Midas is going to be able to make the escape, it looks like, as he TPs out. But what a save there from Rhapsody. Sandwraith ran right into them.
Yeah. I was about to say the same thing. Like,
That was one of the biggest ultis. I mean, Cyrox did it earlier today too as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's really proven to be a very solid support player. And he is going a staff. He was.
On Sandwraith?
No, on Rhapsody.
No. Wait, Rhapsody?
Yeah.
The hell?
He
Did he
bought
sell
the
it?
two other-
yeah, he sold the other components, but he had the components for it, and it just allows him to move
But
and increase the duration.
really slow.
Yeah. I don't really. Yeah, I would just think he'd buy a Shrunken at this point.
It's
So it
not
can't be
good,
sold.
man.
Yeah,
It's a
he goes
waste.
Shrunken. He really can't be canceled because he's
Yeah.
a void.
Oh, that's true. That's Prisoner, too, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess you just move like a snail. That's all I remember because I think I got it one time.
I mean, so as we're talking about, well, as you see Riptide here, he's going to be caught and dead. Yeah, no, it's honestly just bad because, for one, it's the increased duration. I don't feel like that does anything because there's so many times, even we were talking about it earlier, it's like you only need it for those couple of seconds where that initial burst is maybe happening, or even if it stops even a couple seconds, it still does its job. And then two is that you're still vulnerable to being stunned easily, and there's plenty of stuns, plenty of silences for that matter on this Legion side. So, yeah, he hasn't actually got it here, so something tells me either he was trying to see where he was at with gold, or he's still now could get the Shrunken head, which definitely I think would be the better call for sure.
I'd like to see him get the Shrunken. They might be in a lot of trouble, bot.
Midas is definitely in a lot of trouble. The Undying will secure it in the end. Meanwhile, over here, Sandwraith, is he going to chase somebody else? No, he's not. Instead, he just stays farming top, so he actually didn't even port in right there. And there's his own staff, though.
Okay. So I guess they're just gonna trust the Peksu and Riptide to do most of the damage and have him play kind of, I don't want to say the supportive carry, but more of the supporty type where he's not the right-clicking hard damage dealer.
Yeah, but they got a little bit of that, you know, between the Riptide, the Lord South Forest. I figure it's all just going to come together pretty nicely. Having that utility of the awesome fear, of course, especially twice, is pretty big. So I do have that to work with. Rhapsody is saving up more and more gold. He's farming like a beast.
Just buy the Shrunken.
What is he doing?
What?
Then that's out of left field.
Okay. I'm a little confused at this
Yeah,
point.
we're sitting here cussing between staff and Shrek, and it's like, oh, no, it's a Nullfire Blade. Because...
I think we've seen Nullfire in almost every game we've watched today.
Yeah, Nullfire is popular all of a sudden, man. The funny thing about this game, though, I mean, there's no Malphus or anything like that, so it's just simply for the Purge effect, and I guess Dark Blades is the big one. Sheepstick in general is actually pretty big. They do have 2 of those, so... Yeah, there's definitely logic there, but it is kind of funny how he went the axe, and then all of a sudden he turns into a Nullfire Blade.
It was a little confusing, but I mean, maybe he just feels confident in his skills to get a good ulti off with his portal key.
Yeah. You see here, Lord Salfor is pushing out the bottom lane. 5,300 gold saved up onto Lord Salfor's right now. So he obviously has something pretty big coming himself. He already has a sheepstick. Honestly, like a portal key. No, he really doesn't have inventory or something like that, I guess. Well, once he doesn't have bananas, he could, but he's probably going to have something bigger.
I was thinking a demonic.
Do they?
They don't have one, or
right.
they have a fork. And demonic's never bad, especially the later the game goes, everyone kind of does auto attack damage. So
Yeah.
It's not a bad item here. He does still have a buyback, so I'm assuming he's just hanging on to gold for that reason, but I really just don't see anything else that would be beneficial. Maybe a Frostwolf even. But yeah, that looks like really it. Maybe a Frostwolf for the demonic.
There we go, bottom push.
Yeah. Oh, that was a huge misplay.
Big jump in the background. Behemoth going in. Down goes Midas off the bat. You see Protective Melody back here as well, as they're diving really deep into the well even. And now Rhapsody's kind of in an awkward spot herself, but they are going to fall back. Obviously, they don't want to go too far. Dark Lady comes back in, just tears through Behemoth. Doesn't want to go for Samurai, goes for Lord Salforus. Not really a better option necessarily, and actually ends up kind of turning her around. Now he goes back in, he's kind of kiting with them, trying to pick and choose his targets. He finally finds Rhapsody, but the Void Talisman then comes out, and Rhapsody's going to survive. As Sandray did get picked off, so did Lord Salforus in the end, but Sandray, of course, coming back up. Dark Lady, she does end up going down, using their final buyback, actually. Rhapsody is picked off, the tower goes down, but they may get some more out of this. Riptide, he's now going to get out of there barely. No, he will not. He does fall. Lord Salforus, by the way, he final bought back, and he joined back into the fight.
Yeah, if they catch him here, this will be huge. No buybacks.
He is going to get caught.
Yeah.
They probably know that, too.
Yeah, and they're going to take the push. They're going to try to go straight up mid, I'm assuming. There's a Genjiro finished on Dark Lady as well. He's out of buybacks. Oh, they might catch the Sandwraith here.
Nope.
Slightly out of vision. That's awkward.
All right, so Sandwraith is going to be fine here, but this game's definitely turning, again, well, continuing more so to just be a very, very close call. But obviously not having buybacks on 3 different heroes here on the Legion side is very crucial. They're all very crucial heroes for that matter. And in fact, now Dark Lady, that's going to be no buyback, and she ain't going to be too happy about that one right there. She does get killed. And the chase continues on the Empath, and obviously they take her out as well. So there's a little bit of hope there for Mystery Gang. Again, they still have all their racks and everything, but now with Dark Lady being dead for 60 more seconds, course 2-0, I'm sure they're very aware of this. They are going to make a pushback here, it seems like.
Yeah, and they're just going to run straight thing like they did. They're just going to run straight up mid.
Yep, they are, and leading the way is Sandwraith. Again, he is getting to a point now where he could definitely have more of a damage item here.
Oh, resto on Midas.
Midas? Ooh.
Yeah, that's going to be a double sheep with a double storm as well. This could be a big fight here. They did not see the resto, so there's the first sheep.
There's the pull on the Sandwraith right there. Protective Melody, though, again saving some damage. Prisoner goes down, so does Pyromancer. And now the racks are to fall shortly after, so they got the opening. Dark Lady is remaining dead. Everyone is remaining dead for that matter. This is at least 2 sets, if not a third one, and probably the game as well. So it looks like 2-0 will go 2-0 over Mystery Gang. And finish strong here. I know. It took me a while to realize that, honestly. I just started calling them 2-0. I thought that was kind of a cool name, and then I realized. Wait a second. They're making a point.
Dark Lady's up with Empath inside, with Drunken. They can still win a fight here.
Yeah, they're going to try. Obviously, they have nothing to lose, really. Might as well go for it. They jump on a Sand Wraith, but he gets away pretty quickly. Lord Salfor is coming in. The Storm Spirit's going to save initially. And now Dark Lady is getting the hell out of there with the charging strikes. It's too much damage here. So the tower, though, it is going to fall. And again, Mystery Gang is doing all that they can as Dark Lady goes back in. But no, this time she is dying, I'm pretty sure. Unless the miss is, no, not enough. She stays dead. GGs are being called by the Legion's side, and should make it official here now. So it is going to be a 2-0 sweep for 2-0 there over Mystery Gang. And overall, just a lot of back and forth today between all the teams is what we had here. So definitely a fun day had on day one of the group stages. I know, guys, I apologize. I'm not sure what the issue is. I started having some frame drops here near the end. I apologize for that. I was trying to figure out anything I could like while we're casting. I mean, my internet seems fine and everything, so I really don't know what to say. But I'll make sure, for future that I'm checking everything here. That's not good. I'll change Twitch servers and everything for tomorrow's cast. But anyways, the point is this game is not even over yet. There we go. It's actually over now. All right. So day number 1 is officially going to be in the books here. With that result there. So congratulations to, again, 2-0. I'll update the graphic one last time here to once again give you an idea. But yeah, Regroste. So what are your final thoughts on today as a whole, really, what we saw here?
It was a pretty good day. I mean, a little surprised to see Mystery Gang split with 2 really good teams. So, I mean, that's good for them that they split there. Obviously, losing here is kind of, whatever. But, I mean, they did split with 2 of the best teams, so... yeah, it's just good to see some competition from everyone, and it was a good day of games.